Dave's sister. It is a huge privilege to be up here. I just want to thank our families and everyone else who put effort into making tonight so beautiful, including the out-of-towners for coming to honor Aubrey and Dave. Woo! All right. Dave, you know you hold such an incredibly big place in my heart. It is impossible to express how much I love you. It makes me so happy to see you entering into this next phase of your life with such a beautiful, sweet, God-fearing woman. You both are already a great team, and as life goes on, I'm excited to watch your love grow even more. Aubrey, on behalf of my family, welcome. I know that you are dearly loved. So, with that out of the way, so Dave was kind enough to let me stay at his place this weekend, and I accidentally came across the rough draft of their vows. And I just couldn't resist, but I'd like to invite the happy couple to read their vows to all of you, their rough drafts of their vows.
I love you so much. Your beard is like a summer's day. Long and hot. It almost takes my breath away. Literally. Hopefully when you are old and bald, you will still have the same fabulous beard for me to play with. I vow to always be your better half, even if you might not always agree. Ephesians 5:22 states, "Wives, submit to your husbands. So until my dying breath, I'll let you continue to think you're winning at board games and any possible arguments we might have. In my heart, I know the truth. You are my partner in crime, and I promise to help you with hard decisions, like whether to buy me jewelry or other fancy things. Maybe a Vespa. We'll talk. 1 Peter 3:7 describes my role to be a weaker vessel. So in following God's plan, I agree to always let you carry the groceries in from the car and do any heavy lifting and all the home repairs.
This is so awesome.
Dearest Dave, until my dying breath, I promise to never let you eat more than 2 pounds of candy per day. And your disgust for cooked vegetables will never shake me from my mission to trick you into eating them.
Aubrey, you're the most beautiful woman in the world. You're so sweet. Like candy. I love candy. You have proven the existence of God. And that some gingers might even have a soul. Like, we're not sure about you yet. Ephesians 5:25 says, "For husbands to love their wives as Christ loved the church." Well, my love for you is as strong as my love for the church. Also is Rita and Chick-fil-A. I promise to always aspire to your hipster style. I will walk beside you through thick and thin, unless of course I'm behind you, pushing you out of Anthropology and Urban Outfitters. I hope to always keep our date nights interesting. And it won't always involve watching the Caps games, since there's so many other activities we can do. Like watching the Redskins and golf. Maybe ESPN. Beautiful Aubrey. For rich or for poor, if it came down to it, I would willingly sell everything I own on Craigslist to be with you.
Let's have a hand again for our co-bride. All right, in all seriousness, a toast to my brother and his bride, Dave and Aubrey. We wish you nothing but joy, harmony, and continuous blessings in your journey together as partners. I love you both. Congratulations.
Hello everyone, I'm Blake, I'm Aubrey's older brother, one of two. It's going to be fun following that, so let's see how it goes. I just have kind of just a couple words about Aubrey's. I remember the very first time she said, I called her up, I said, how are you doing? I think it was your freshman year of college maybe. I called her up. Said, how are you doing in high school? She said, I met this boy. And I knew it was something because Aubrey probably turned down 20 to 25 guys in high school and college. At least 20 guys that wanted to date her. She said, no, I'm not going to date in high school. I'm going to wait till I meet somebody. So I knew it was a big moment when she said, I met this guy. He's a great guy. I know you're going to love him. And so it was easy for me the very first time. Chris will probably have a little bit, a couple other words to say, but I already knew I loved him before I even met him, which was great, because I know how Aubrey was really tough on everybody, so. But Dave, I just want to welcome you to my family. I know it's her name now, but it's cool to have a younger brother, and I'm really happy for you guys.
Thank you so much, man.
All right, so there's some hand motions with this one. So watch out. All right, so growing up as the oldest brother, as Blake had already mentioned, yeah, there's some things that are gonna come out here. So when growing up, and Blake might be able to chime in with this hand motion that we did on very many car rides as we were growing up. But this would really get it going right here. And my mom's already laughing over there in the corner. But this is actually the motion for what we like to call waterworks. So waterworks, whiny hiney, whatever it may be. As we were growing up as kids, Aubrey, we loved to pick on Aubrey. We were the two older brothers, and we actually loved to see how much we could get her to cry. And so this would only make the crying worse. And what's even better about it is we had a wonderful mother who loved to actually turn around and tell Aubrey that you better stop crying because you're actually encouraging them. So she never really took pity on Aubrey, which is awesome. I'm also doing throw my mom under the bus and Aubrey at the same time. It's a pretty good one. But she would actually tell Aubrey to toughen up because my mom was also the youngest of her family and had an older brother, and so she learned pretty quickly from my grandmother that the women in the Gillespie and Westerman families had to be tough. So I say that now as a joke, but out of all honesty, I really do feel like it's really, and Blake spoke about it too, but it really made her into a really tough woman that she is today. And so for her to be able to say, that she found this guy, of course, I'm the older brother, and as Blake had mentioned earlier, a little bit protective. Dave might be able to testify to that. Just a little bit. Actually, it was terrible. I'll just be very honest with you. To a point where, it was beyond terrible. And we won't really get into that. But basically, it kind of came down to a point where, and Dave doesn't really know this, but I'm going to share this with everybody. So Dave graduated, and this is the big turning point for me where I really just had the biggest respect for Dave, and like I said, he's not going to know it, but he was on a job hunt, and for those of you who know him pretty well, he was on a job hunt for quite a long time. Obviously with the economy the way it is, it's tough on different people, but Dave refused to take any job that came along. He wanted the job that he knew that was out there for him. And I was always like, Dave, this job's out there. I was trying to help him out. And he's like, no, Chris, I'm going to wait for the job. And it took him over a year to find the job that was right for him. And it was amazing for me to see his perseverance throughout this whole experience, and for him to wait for the right job that really, really came along. And I mean, like I said, he doesn't really know. But this is when I really just stopped being that arrogant older brother that really didn't want to accept the fact that Aubrey had found this great guy. And it was really at that point that I really decided that, you know what, if this guy's willing to wait around a year and a half to find the right job, and he's willing to wait around longer than my wife and I did to propose to this beautiful sister that I have, he's obviously worth much, much more than I could imagine. So, I really do, appreciate Dave sticking it out through my ridiculousness as being the older brother. But again, like I said, or like Blake had said earlier, he really didn't do a whole lot of that, so I had to make up for it. And so obviously Dave appreciates Blake maybe a little bit more than me. And I can understand, but at the same time, what I really want to say is, and so this whole week I've been thinking of this whole, I didn't write anything down, and I've got a lot of drive time in my job, and so it was really, really tough for me to kind of put this together in my head, but this last part that I was trying to put together, I would always be driving along, and I would always be thinking, I'm the older brother, and it was, anyway, this is the part where I would always get to this point, thinking, how am I going to end this? And, it always came to this point, and I didn't really necessarily know how to end it, but I'm just, really happy for you that you found the right guy, and I really do think you found the right guy, and I'm really happy for you.
A toast to Chris's speech. Do I keep this? I guess we cut the cake now. Chris's speech. Good. That was really good.
Cut a couple more pieces.
It won't stand a suit, Aubrey.
Alright. Turn this way, guys. Turn this way. Turn this way. There you go.
Yay!